Hey, welcome back, Math Gurus. In this video, we're going to solve volume problems using rectangular prisms. Okay, so the first thing we want to look at is the formula. So this formula is to find the volume of a rectangular prism. Fun fact, it works for any prism. Okay, so it's volume equals area of the base times height. So this capital B means area of the base. H is your height, meaning the distance between both bases. All right, so for our first example, it says the dimensions of a moving box is in the shape of a cube. The side lengths measure 5 inches. Now, a cube, all the sides are the same. So when you have this side is 5, this side would be 5, and then this side would be 5. Okay, so we want to find the volume of the moving box in cubic inches when full. So I always recommend my students to write down the formula for whatever you're solving for, so you can get in the habit and prepare you for more challenging problems later. I'll make another video where I give you the volume and you've got to find the height or the area of the base. Okay, so we're not given the volume, we're going to find it. So the area of the base would be 5 by 5. And so that's 25 inches squared. Now my height is 5. So now I'm going to go to solve it. It'd be 25 times 5, which will give me 125 cubic inches. So that's how you write it, because we're doing volume, which describes capacity. All right, so for our next example, it says the dimensions of a rectangular prism are shown below. What's the volume of the rectangular prism in cubic centimeters when half full? So I did half on purpose because a lot of times I feel like sometimes we'll solve a problem, we think we know what it's asking, but we don't really read the question or we don't pay attention, and then we get it wrong simply by that part, not because we didn't know how to do the math. So make sure you pay attention to anything like this, or I could say double or whatever the case is. So the first thing I tell my students, or I ask my students to do, is shade the bases. Now for a rectangular prism, you can decide where the bases are, because by definition the bases are parallel and congruent. A lot of teachers will say that it's the top and the bottom. However, if you use by definition, top and bottom are parallel and congruent, but the left side and the right side is parallel and congruent. The front and the back is parallel and congruent. Okay, so we're going to write down the formula after we shaded our bases. Okay, so I'm going to solve for the area of my base, which is 1.5 times 2. Well, if you have 1.5 and you double that, you're actually going to end up with 3 centimeters squared, because area is two-dimensional, so we use the squared. Now I'm going to plug in the 3, which is my area of the base, and then that's my height, and I'm going to divide at the end. So 3 times 7 is 21. Now, half of 20 is 10, and then half of 1 is half, so it actually is just 10.5 centimeters cubed. I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.